Gym Arena is gripped with wrestling fever here this week for another white-hot edition of The Reality of Wrestling. He's Brad Gilmore. I'm Matt Topolsky for The Row, and Brad, this week we get a glimpse once again at the new look Q defending that television championship against a brand newcomer here to The Reality of Wrestling, fresh off his trip to Japan. Will the F-16 prevail, or will we see Upset City this week?
Well, that's the question about Nobbie Clark, right? This isn't someone who Mysterious Q, Q, has seen before here in Reality of Wrestling. He hasn't had that opportunity to scout him like maybe he did against Will Allday or others that we've seen this new look Q go up against. I think that if anybody has an opportunity to dethrone Q, it is fresh blood. It is somebody you can't plan for. It is the element of surprise that can be Nobbie Clark.
Well, we also have to take into consideration how vicious the Q has been. Almost said Mysterious Q. Mysterious no longer. How vicious Q has been in recent weeks. He has been tearing opponents limb from limb. We've never seen a side like this before from the new television champion, and we will see him in the main event later on here tonight. Also, Diamonds Division action this week. But first, Brad Gilmore, Brenden Steen faces his stiffest challenge to date in the freakishly strong and, might I say, vicious Edge Stone.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Edge Stone has come into here at Reality of Wrestling, and he has commanded that squared circle. He already has a championship opportunity lingering out there in the future, but tonight he goes up against a guy who's already a former Reality of Wrestling television champion. He was a award winner. He is Brenden Steen, the professional. Here's the thing. What Edge Stone has to go out there and do tonight is play cerebral, right? He has to be cerebral because that's what Brenden Steen does. Brenden Steen knows how to get in your mind, and Edge Stone cannot allow Brenden Steen to get inside his head, so he's got to counteract that here this evening.
We're going to find out if it will be the brute strength of Edge Stone or if Brenden Steen will once again be using this. That matchup starts off the action this week on The Row. This week with the professional Brenden Steen, a 2018 breakout star of the year, 2019 even more successful, a former Reality of Wrestling television champion. Tonight, Steen faces his tallest opponent yet, and certainly somebody cranked up the difficulty level on this one.
He's on all Madden tonight.
He is indeed.
Listen to that ovation, Matt Topolsky, for one of the newest and most popular stars that we have, Edge Stone from NOLA. Look, we've seen him now for several months here at Reality Wrestling. I still can't get over the size of him. He is a massive, massive individual, and your YouTube video screen does not do it justice.
Absolutely. At this point, if you're watching us on YouTube, you need to put it into theater mode.
Absolutely. Wow.
Look out from behind! Brenden Steen going to work!
Matt Topolsky, I talked about it being cerebral, and I didn't see the referee call for the bell.
A cannonball off the ring apron. A follow-up to that shot from behind. Brenden Steen not waiting for the bell to ring, not waiting for any instructions from the man in the zebra shirt. Oh, no, no, no. He went right on the attack. And Edge Stone looks like he's favoring that shoulder.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see this match, Matt Topolsky. He might be injured. Oh, now bell officially rings. But Brenden Steen, here's the thing. It might be against the rules or he might be bending them, but what a great strategy.
Well, what looked like a shoulder has now evolved into a neck injury potentially here, as Edge Stone was favoring his throat and his neck just a moment ago. Oh my goodness, but that's not gonna stop Edge Stone from putting the heavy hands of Stone on Brenden Steen, looking for that power slam early on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Russian leg sweep.
Russian leg sweep.
Cover here, 1, 2, the upset of the century. My goodness, no.
Wow. Brenden Steen I think, overachieving here tonight at Reality of Wrestling. And he is the aggressor in the match against Edge Stone.
I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Uncanny power. But again, Brenden Steen just a step ahead. And now Brenden Steen, like a shark sensing blood in the water, attacking that neck and that throat once again. And Steen now, with the gullet of Edge Stone perched over that second rope, takes advantage.
Matt Tolsky, ever heard the expression, work smart, not hard? I think that's what Brenden Steen is doing here this evening. He knew that he had a monumental challenge ahead of him, so he took any way that he could possibly get an advantage.
Edge Stone slipped out of danger.
Oh, there he goes. Oh!
I'll tell you what, the only thing more dangerous, than a cornered animal is one that's angry. Edge Stone displaying those properties right now. 1, 2. Brenden Steen slides out. But Edge Stone back to that neck and that shoulder once again.
He's trying to hype himself up. Looking for, that shoulder mat goes right into the ring post. And you got to give it up for Brenden Steen again, just outsmarting Edge Stone almost at every
face buster out of the corner. Brenden Steen for the biggest win of his career, 2.5.
Man, this is absolutely impressive right now from Brenden Steen. Every time Edge Stone starts to levy some offense on the professional Brenden Steen cuts him right off. Old school tactic right there, grinding the heel into the middle of the spine of the big Edge Stone.
Edge Stone is freakishly strong, but I'll tell you, Brad, I have seen men his size collapse from a neck injury before. We see it happen all the time in professional football. It is the most vulnerable part of the body. And if he has sustained some kind of serious neck injury as a result of that sneak attack from behind, Brenden Steen could find himself getting the biggest W of his young career.
And look at that, again, Brenden Steen. Oh, and you want to talk about hands of stone, there's some manos de piedra right there.
Oh, dog, from the second rope, that could spell disaster for Edge Stone.
2.5, wow.
Wow is right.
You have to be impressed by Brenden Steen tonight. Although from devious tactics in the onstart of this match, he is really taking it to Edge Stone tonight.
Look at this now, Brenden Steen once again with that rear chin lock, center of the ring, wrenching back on that neck once again. He is forcing the issue. This is the equivalent of a full court press right now on Edge Stone. Freakish size and strength just enough for a moment anyway to get Edge Stone back to his feet. Brenden Steen continues to pour on the offense.
Oh my goodness, wow!
A lariat that turns Brenden Steen inside out.
And here
Edge Stone.
He got him up. Again, Brenden Steen finding a way out, man. Oh!
And that could be the result of nerve damage in that neck or in that shoulder.
Ouch.
Once again, Edge Stone this time had Brenden Steen perched on that top rope.
Oh, wow. Almost a reverse TKO of some kind. That could be all.
1, 2, no! Brenden lives to fight again.
How in the hell did he kick out of that? I will say it didn't look like Edge Stone got 100% of that maneuver, but I thought he had gotten enough to get the job done, and arguing with the ref won't make that third count go. And now,
I mean, this has been, before the bell even rang, this has been, from Brenden Steen, nothing short of a blitzkrieg. It really has been. Another cannonball.
Wait a minute, he caught him. Oh, my goodness.
Brenden Steen, who is not a man light on his feet, caught in mid-air by Edge Stone and power-bombed on the ring apron. That freight train just flew. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
He calls that the Atlas Stone, and with it makes his mark yet again. Edge Stone, as impressive an athlete as you will find. And despite the assault early on from Brenden Steen, it still was not enough. Your winner, impressively, Edge Stone.
Bro Nation, I'm Ashley Bull, and I'm here with none other than the Hurricane Pro Heavyweight Champion, the Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Champion, and the first ever Reality of Wrestling Grand Slam Champion, Ruthless Ryan Davidson. Now, Ryan, congratulations last week on defeating Team Booker. I mean, you have to be on a high from all of that, and I mean, it just seems like nothing can stop.
I'm sorry, Ashley. I'm sorry. See, I have wrestler brain at times, so I've been in a lot of duels, a lot of highly competitive matches inside the Squared Circle. So can you remind me exactly why I should be in the best of moods?
Team Davidson defeated...
Team Davidson beat Team Booker T right here at the World Gym Arena for the 1, 2, 3. Shocked the entire world. Booker, question, my friend. How does it feel to be a loser? I mean, it's very rare, don't get me wrong. We all know your accomplishments inside the world of pro wrestling, but yet inside your own house, inside a building that literally has your name on the side of it, you lost. Not only did you lose to the first ever Grand Slam one and only champion in this company's history, but you lost to the Renegades of Wrestling. A young feisty group from the ages 17 and up went ahead and took you to school. You know, it's kind of funny, Book, that you always gave us all these lessons about how we should be prepared for any opportunity and all that, but yet it seems you've been a little more too focused on your physique than actually the things that mattered. And don't get me wrong, I know social media is going crazy about the 54-year-old Booker T looking great, spinneroonies and everything, but those things don't matter. Wins matter in pro wrestling, Book, and I made sure I took care of that. The Renegades of the Row and Ruthless Ryan Davidson doing what we do best, and that's win. And then, of course, Fly Brother Warren. Fly Brother Warren Johnson went ahead and made an impact. He made the right choice. And see, everybody wants to know, the entire Row Nation wants to know, Warren, why? Why, Warren? You ruined our dreams, Warren. We're crying, Warren. We can't sleep at night, Warren. If you want to know anything, Miss Ashley, since that's your job, why don't you get the scoop and ask Warren yourself?
Well, how many times did you ask Booker? Look, if you ask him to lift your suspension maybe 2 more times, he's got to say yes once. Well, you don't know unless you try.
Man, I just got this phone.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. Okay. All right, I'll tell him. All right. Hey.
What?
What happened to your phone?
I dropped it, man. I just got it.
How many times I tell you need protection?
Hey,
for the phone.
Yeah,
right,
you were right.
Anyway, they wouldn't lift the suspension. He's still suspended.
What do you mean? You were supposed to take care of that. I was gonna do it, but then I dropped the phone. I got sidetracked. But
yeah, you dropped the phone, all right.
But you know what? Even though this suspended Jefe and it's an injustice, when he gets back, we're still gonna have these, because nobody's gonna take him from us. And Jefe, he's gonna handle business when he gets back.
Feel sorry for Luke when he gets back.
Exactly. Familia.
Introducing first, from the fashion city of New Orleans, our fashionista, Raché Chanel.
Raché Chanel taking some fashion tips from the world of Brad Gilmore, perhaps.
You know, she's looking good. I got to be honest with you. She's looking real good. We might need to go shopping together. Look at her, Matt Polsky. I think I have that space.
Little Diamonds action. Turn up the heat this week on the Reality of Wrestling.
When's the last time you went shopping?
Last week I bought this brand new blazer.
Hope you didn't pay a lot for it.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Braxton.
Thunderous ovation for Pittsburgh's own Promise Braxton, making her return here to the Reality of Wrestling. And a big shout out, by the way, to Raw Nation around the world for pushing us over the 200,000 subscriber limit on YouTube. If you're new to the Reality of Wrestling, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Click on that bell as well and get notifications for all the updates. Brand new content right here on Reality of Wrestling's YouTube channel. Well, Raché Chanel looks like she's planning on social hour here. Promise Braxton, on the other hand, she's ready for a fight, Brad.
Absolutely. But I see Rochelle, she got the good hair in tonight, man. She's looking great. I'm a fan. I'm a fan at the Polsky. Oh, wow.
Promise Braxton pulls out the rug there.
Oh, well, look at that. Returning the favor. That's right. Oh! Kick to the midsection there.
A little attitude here from Raché.
She had to take a second to pat it down. We've all been there. Oh, look at that, though. Promise. Oh, wow. Matt Topolsky. We've only seen Promise Braxton a couple times. Super impressive. I understand she's from your neck of the woods, too, huh?
Absolutely, the Steel City. The City of Champions. If she keeps this up, she may be staring at a championship in the Diamonds division in the near future.
Oh.
High angle, vertical suplex attempt broken up there from Miss Chanel.
Oh, man. That is, oh, look at that. Back elbow.
Oh my goodness! And a boutique-style bicycle kick to the jaw!
And it only a count of one there.
Wow!
Promise Braxton's one tough human being.
I'll tell you what, Raché Chanel came in here like she was walking down the red carpet, but I have to stand corrected. She was ready for a fight here tonight.
Absolutely. She's taking it right now to Promise Braxton. And here we go, working on that knee. Seeing some mat wrestling here by Raché Chanel. She's got her pinned up. Look at this. Looking for a submission maneuver here.
Raché Chanel right now turning
Right with that surfboard.
Braxton into a human pretzel.
Surfboard. Those knees and shins right into the back and lower body of Promise Braxton. Pro Nation trying to give her a little lifeline, if you will, throw her a life preserver. Oh, look at that.
Promise snapped out of it into a pin attempt. Got 2.5.
It's a great counter. Man. Raché Chanel, look at that. just all over Promise Braxton, Matt Topolsky. Now step down to lower back. Disrespectful.
And she calls that the Project Runway right to the temple, too. No! Kick out from Promise Braxton, who I have to go out on a limb here and say was not expecting a fight like this from newcomer Raché tonight.
Well, we saw Promise Braxton in there against Uju. She looked real good, and I think that gave her confidence. And it's great to have confidence as a performer, but you don't want to get overly confident and think that you're the new hot thing, and you can go out there and do whatever you want. And I think that Raché is reminding Promise Braxton, you're in for a fight. Some right hands, but it looks like the stamina on Promise Braxton is wearing out, Matt Topolsky.
Oh! Neck breaker from the second rope.
Not sure she got all of it.
1, 2. Chanel kicks out.
Had she got 100% of that, Matt Topolsky, I think Promise Braxton would have picked up another back-to-back win.
It would have been a narrow escape, as this has been almost all Raché in this matchup. Promise Braxton trying to string together some offense here, and she fell off the top rope.
What I tell you, stamina.
1, 2.
That could be 3 right there. The stamina of Promise Braxton, she's still new, and I think that a lot of times she's going to try to exert all that energy up at the onset of the match. In the later rounds, it can go the other way. That might be it,
though. A little milk and honey, and that could be enough, and it is. Promise Braxton somehow comes out the winner.
Promise Braxton!
Raché took the fight to Promise Braxton, who looked like she was in deep water there for a few minutes. But that milk and honey out of nowhere sends her into the dub column for the second straight time here in the row. Promise Braxton, your winner.
You know, time is really a thing that needs to be revered, needs to be respected. As you go day to day, living the monotony that is your ordinary life, you seem to forget that time is passing, things are changing. Legion, for example, has changed so much in such a long period of time. There has been no constant, not even myself. But as time goes on, things that you think are a constant start to decay. Sometimes you have to embrace the new. Sometimes you have to look back at where you came from. Sometimes you have to look towards the beginning. Soon, Legion will be looking back towards the beginning.
Welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling. Brad Gilmore and Matt Topolsky ringside. And Brad, up next, the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship hangs in the balance. Q, very impressive in recent weeks. A new look, doesn't give a damn about the Row Nation anymore, but one thing that he certainly gives a damn about, and that is imposing his will on his opponents. Well, coming up next, he faces an opponent he hasn't seen before, and one we haven't seen either, in Nobbie Clark. What could happen in this one, and will we see an upset as we've seen before?
Yeah, I think 2020 could be the year of a major upset, or this could be the biggest upset we've seen thus far in the Reality of Wrestling in this decade. Nobbie Clark, you said he's coming from Japan. Mysterious Q has not had the ability to prep for him. He has not had the ability to do game tape. I think if there's ever an upset, it could be tonight with Nobbie Clark. And the one thing that Mysterious Q cares about more than imposing his will on his opponent is that Reality Wrestling Television Championship. He does not want to lose it, but Nobbie Clark wants to make a name for himself, and I think he's going to do it tonight.
The TV title is up for grabs. It's Q, it's Nobbie Clark, and it's your main event right now.
Contest scheduled for one fall. It is for the Television Championship. Introducing first from Chocolate City, weighing in at 235 pounds. He is the real deal, Nobbie Clark.
Nobbie Clark making his Reality of Wrestling debut. And what a bigger way to do it, Brad Gilmore, than in the main event with the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship hanging in the balance.
Clark just came back from Japan and he forgot the rest of his tights. Customs can be a headache sometimes, I guess. But what a specimen is Nobbie Clark. And like you said, Matt Topolsky, massive opportunity for him here this evening. That's something that Booker T prides himself in, is giving someone a big opportunity to make something of themselves. We'll see if he can do it tonight against Q.
Absolutely.
And his opponent, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the Texas Television Champion, Q.
Well, here comes the Reality of Wrestling Television Champion. A man who has turned his back on the fans, who in many respects made him the superstar that he is at the Reality of Wrestling. A Mount Rushmore candidate indeed, the F-16, known as the franchise, once known as Mysterious, now just known as Q. They would see and hear a moment like this. Mysterious Q welcomed into the World Gym Arena in a crowded theater of boos.
Well, look at that, Nobbie Clark. Now that we're seeing these guys face to face and nose to nose, I mean, he stacks up pretty well against the F-16. Q typically likes to use that size to impose on his opponents. You've said that before. He normally has the advantage in that corner, especially as of late with Will all day. Now that title on the line. There are no breaks for the champions here in Reality of Wrestling, Matt Topolsky. You're always fighting another contender. There are no non-title matches, and if there are, it's a rare occasion. The championship is always on the line.
You know, you bring up an interesting point with Will Allday, which we will explore more in just a minute. But let's talk about this first, Brad Gilmore. Mysterious Q, how much homework do you think he did for this challenger here tonight, considering the fact this is the first time Nobbie Clark has ever stepped inside the Reality of Wrestling ring, and Mysterious Q may be at a sizable disadvantage not seeing or facing this opponent before?
No, I think that you make an excellent point. I don't think that the Mysterious Q has been able to get as much information on Nobbie Clark as he would like to have. The thing about working somebody like, wrestling somebody like a Will all day is that, hey, you've both been in Reality of Wrestling, you're able to get the game tape, you're able to go back on the YouTube channel, watch some of the old matches. You're not going to be able to do the same thing with Nobbie Clark. So I think Mysterious Q has to go out there and try to execute a safe but smart game plan and not try to take too many risks.
And a few weeks ago here at the Reality of Wrestling, Will Allday joined us right here at this broadcast table for a Mysterious Q match. We know that Allday wants another shot at that television championship. Will Allday right now currently on a tour of the UK with an upcoming match in London. That's got to be in the back of the mind of Q as well as he faces Nobbie Clark here tonight, who just displayed that power you talked about early on.
Look at that.
Back body drop and a running lariat, sending the F-16 crashing to the outside, and a look of disbelief painted on the face of the television champion.
Absolutely, Mysterious Q thinks that he could beat anybody, and 9 times out of 10 he is correct. But Nobbie Clark is bringing the ruckus to the TV champ. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, Q looks like he's going to make an exit of it here, take a count out, be disqualified, and hang on to that title and go hit the showers.
Well, the audience not too thrilled. Oh, Nobbie Clark chasing down the champ.
Nobbie Clark calls himself the real deal. He can prove it here this week on the row if he defeats Q and captures that television title. But the only way he can capture that title,
thumb to the eye,
is inside that squared circle. Oh, and that's going to make it more difficult for him to step back in there as Q shoots the challenger into the steel steps. That armada of offense from the challenger brought to an abrupt halt by the TV champ.
Well, now Mysterious Q, Q, still can't shake that, but Q back inside the ring, going up top.
Q now, high rent.
Oh!
Q coup de grace to the back.
Goodness. And lands on his feet. Does the franchise. That could be all.
To retain, 2. A narrow escape by the challenger, Nobbie Clark, making his Reality of Wrestling debut under the bright lights of a main event setting with championship gold hanging in the balance, facing one of the most decorated athletes in the history of this company. Q, pin attempt again. That moment of hesitation was enough for Nobbie Clark to slip out and continue the contest. Clark impressive early, but then Q took the fight to the challenger, and it has been a different matchup in these last few minutes.
Absolutely. As soon as Mysterious Q went to go take that little bit of a siesta on the outside, it was a veteran-like maneuver. He was regaining control of this match. And now, you hear that dueling chants from the Row Nation. As Mysterious Q can't keep up with Nobbie Clark.
Nobbie Clark, baseball slide underneath. Shot to the bread basket. Shot upstairs. Q, Irish whip reversal. Nobbie Clark, inside cradle to win the television championship. Pin broken up there.
Oh, what
Q
a close
back
line.
with an exploding lariat. 1, 2 to retain Nobbie Clark. Pulling out all the stops with that kick out.
Impressive. Q now stalking Nobbie Clark, using that middle rope to his advantage, working the 5 count. Oh, look at that.
What a dramatic metamorphosis we have witnessed in Q in the last few months. So vicious. You say stalking his opponent, and I can't find a better word to describe it. As Q looks at his opponents and his challengers like prey.
Oh,
you want to talk about raising the stakes? A parade of knife-edge chops, followed up here with a spine buster, this time to retain the TV title, but Nobbie Clark punches his ticket to Second Chance City with that kick out. Blow by blow, this is an explosive main event for the TV title. I have to say, Brad Gilmore, I didn't think the TV title could be elevated anymore after Will Allday captured it, but Q has taken this division to another level once again.
absolutely. And now though, Nobbie Clark trying to take Q. He finds a way to get to a vertical base with all 252 pounds of the Mysterious Q on his back. Oh, a stiff right hand. He needs to watch that. Better not get disqualified there.
Q up top.
Oh! Atomic drop by Q. 2Q from Nobbie Clark. Kick to the side of the head, man.
Oh, what a power slam to win the television championship. 2 3/4. Q kicks out. Nobbie Clark has shifted all the momentum in his corner, but can he capitalize now?
We're about to see if Nobbie Clark can pull off the upset of the decade. Matt, middle rope. Both men in a precarious position. Look at that, a rake to the eyes from Q.
Q underneath gets Nobbie Clark in that electric chair position, drops him face first, follows up with a German, a succession of offense now. Q shotgun drop kick to the bread basket as the champion tries to capitalize now and retain his title. Hooks the leg, cover here too. No, kick out. Nobbie Clark slipping that shoulder up. But what kind of gas does he have left in the tank?
Q, looking for that F-16. He hits it.
1, 2. Again. Nobbie Clark gets off the mat to continue this contest. I don't think the Mysterious Q planned on a challenge of this caliber, Brad.
Well, I definitely don't think that he did, Matt Topolsky. You're right on that one. Nobbie Clark has done everything that he knows how to do to get the advantage over Q here in this contest. Q, though, still standing tall, but Matt Topolsky, he's wasting time. He's allowing his opponent.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, mocking.
Will All Day is definitely in the back of the mind of the Mysterious Q.
Mocking the former television champion. Waiting for Nobbie Clark to turn around. That flying knee, but no dice.
Concerned about a man across the Atlantic Ocean right now instead of his opponent inside that ring. Hurricane run over the top. Q's antics could cost him the TV title. Nobbie Clark running bulldog to win the TV championship. Q slides out of danger. From the second this match started, this has been a sprint reminiscent of the Kentucky Derby. These two athletes displaying it all for the TV championship. Q hanging onto the tag rope, broken up by the official to win the TV title. Q gets that shoulder off the mat, and that was close, ladies and gentlemen.
Very. Oh, look at that. The knee of Mysterious Q going right into the jaw. And Q cutter. Count him up.
1, 2, 3. Still your champion.
Here is your winner and still the television champion, Q.
Hats off, first of all, to Nobbie Clark in his Reality of Wrestling debut. Extremely impressive against one of the highest decorated athletes to ever set foot in a row ring. But the Mysterious Q retains. And perhaps the bigger story here, Brad Gilmore, is Will All Day is still living rent-free in his mind.
Absolutely, and it almost cost Q the championship, as you said, but he still walks out victorious. Would love to see Nobbie Clark back in a Reality of Wrestling ring soon. But love him or hate him, you gotta respect it.